Hi, the unglamorous, sexy Llama Mama, um, doing my video for all of you that have been watching and that are about to watch and that haven't watched just yet. Okay, I'm just going to put some extra light on this situation. Oh, downlights are not very good. They give you big bags, really big bags. Okay, so I did promise a easy soda bread um, recipe and video for today. I will be doing three things though for today, and I'll just give you guys a couple of extra tidbits. But before I do, oh, this is the recipe. Okay, so 200 mil of buttermilk. We're going to be doing buttermilk before we do. We're going to be doing the buttermilk before we do the bread, before we make the bread. 170 grams of plain flour, that's about a cup. 170 grams of self-raising flour, that's about a cup. A teaspoon of salt, half a teaspoon of salt, half a teaspoon of salt, half a teaspoon of bicarb soda. Yum. See, sexy llama mama. Okay, so it's really, really simple. I'm finding bread to be more and more easy to make. Now, what we're going to do first of all, actually, what I'll do is introductions are better, right? So we're going to be making the buttermilk, and if you don't have buttermilk in your fridge, if you don't have buttermilk in your fridge already, which I doubt in these times, I'm just going to show you how to make a really simple buttermilk. So we are going to do, hold on a second, I will turn this around so you guys can have a look at what the bloody hell I'm doing. That's too close, I think. Hey, there we go. That's so much better. And you get to see me. How's that? Okay, so Pyrex dish. Love my Pyrex. Don't have a lot of it, but I do love it. So what we need is 290 ml of full cream milk, so full fat milk, yeah. So 290. Ta-da! Years and years and years ago, I will tell you a story actually about why I'm full on always support dairy farms, like the non the non the local farmers, like dairy farmers. Farmhouse Gold. It's okay. So it comes from a dairy in South Brisbane. The dairy farmers. I know there's a lot of dairy farmers up in Singleton. We had a dairy farm about 20 years ago, and we were running dairy. We were running dairy cows, which were just awesome. Loved it. Loved the lifestyle. Okay, so now getting back to it. To make buttermilk. Oh, here it is. Not very prepared today. Mostly prepared, but not 100%. Okay, so we take one full lemon. We'll talk about the rind in a minute. One full lemon, minus zest, doesn't really make a difference. Okay, so you cut that in half with 290 ml of milk. I like to take the top end off because it flattens it out, makes it easier for my press, for my juicer press. I think it's called a Mexican press, I think. But anyway, or a Mexican guillotine. So we just squeeze our juice straight into our milk. Yeah. And again, squeeze it on. Sounds like we've lost our music, which is a pain in the bum. Okay, so this takes about 2 minutes to do its thing. So now this is why I like to cut the top off. You see how it's a bit weirdo and it's not juicing correctly. So you have to shuffle it around just to get the last squeeze out. Yeah. So about 2 minutes. Takes about 2 minutes for that to do its thing. We are going to set the timer. If you can hear me in the background, give it a little wacky do. And it almost instantly turns into buttermilk. Just show you here. So you can see like it's a bit custardy. It's a little bit custardy. See? So, instant buttermilk. That's a bad thing to do, by the way, people, with sharp knives. I put it in this because I only have 2 hands and my other hand is holding the camera. So yeah, so there's your buttermilk. So while your buttermilk is doing its thing on the side, what I've done with the rind, which you guys will see here in a moment. Hi. So what I've done is I've used the teeny tiny holes on the grater to zest the lemon, yeah? Now, waste not, want not. See all in here, nice little pile. What I do is I get a jar, an old coffee jar full of salt, so sea salt. You normally use just sea salt, table salt. And what I've done is with the last of the thyme from my thyme bush, I've broken it all off, broken all the leaves off. And I've added lemon zest and thyme sprigs in the salt. Now that'll flavour your salt and give it really nice aromatics. So it'll make it smell really good. Okay. So what I'm doing here is, there we go, whacking the lemon zest into the salt. And with the end of a fork, mix it up. Yeah. Any moisture from the rind will be absorbed by the salt, and because there's not much, it's more oil than water. Because it's more oil than water, it won't make your salt clag up or bunch up or go into lumps, so you won't have lumpy salt. Okay, give it a good old roll around. And you can probably see that I've done this quite a few times to this salt. But yeah, it's really nice for fish, chicken. Yeah, really cool. If you guys know of any other, maybe with lamb. So yeah, there you go. And I've used this thyme salt in with this recipe. So there you go. So we've made the buttermilk. We've used our lemon zest. And now we're about to start on this bread, yeah? This is going to be really cool. Really excited about this. So yes, okay. Tea towel. Okay. So because we're going to need this surface floured, we need to have it dry so it doesn't get too sticky. Yeah. So we're using the tea towel just to wipe it down. Yeah. So just remember with your bread, when you're kneading it, or when you're mixing it and you find that it's too dry, you can always add a little bit more of the liquid. And if it's too wet, you can always make sure that you can add extra flour. So always make sure you have your flour handy. I've used in the first recipe that I came across, or most recipes that I came across, they wanted wholemeal flour and plain flour, wholemeal self-raising flour and plain flour. But what I don't have the wholemeal, so I've substituted for just the plain self-raising flour. Okay, so we'll start. We have our bowl, we have our self-raising flour and the plain flour. Yeah. And I'm also putting in some sugar as well because I don't know, just thought I would. A little bit of extra flavour. And the salt, so the sugar just went in, the salt just went in, and now I'm putting in the bicarb. Yeah. I've got a feeling that it was a tablespoon. So I'm doing oh, here we go. So bicarb, yay. Oh, come on. Let's see how we go, huh? Okay, so what we're doing is a wet bowl, dry bowl, or wet dries and then wet. It's really quite simple. Like this whole recipe is super simple. So I put all of my dry ingredients into a bowl, yeah, mixing them around with my chopsticks, my old loyal chopsticks. I love doing this stuff with these because it makes sure that I don't get all the stuff all over my mess. Oh, I don't get the stuff all over my mess. I don't get the mess all over everything. Okay. Okay, so this is another thing. You don't have to be gentle with this mix. Try to get it done as quickly as possible, so it's okay to go as rapidly as possible. I prefer to, when I'm stirring, I know it's just a simple tip. I'm not sure how many people are going to know this, but to help the mixing process, I will turn the bowl against the direction. If I'm stirring anti-clockwise, I'll turn the bowl clockwise to help get it happening, yeah, a lot faster. I am a little bit uncomfortable with just doing it with the chopsticks today because I'm using the flavored, I'm using the aromatic salt and sugar. So I'm just making sure that there's nothing too crazy going on here and it's mixed properly. I am finding little bits of little lumps, but I'm just making sure that none of that is going to clag up my mix. Okay. If you don't know me by now, I love I'm not happy about getting my hands dirty. Okay, so mix is done, yeah? Like every other loaf of bread that I've made, that lighting is really bad. Okay, so I'm going to take you over here. I'm not sure how this is going to go. Really not sure. Okay. Now, what we're going to do is we are going to go over to the stove and we are going to put it on, turn it up to just over between the 220 and the 220 and the 210 notch. Yeah. It takes 20 minutes to cook. So I'm going to smash that out. 20 minutes to cook? Hold on a second. Ingredients across on the top for 30 minutes. It's a 30-minute bake. Okay, so make sure that you guys read the recipe, as you can see. So bake for 30 minutes. So it's easy soda bread at 220 degrees. So the moment that you've got this out, you turn your oven on first, yeah? Alrighty, so now we're going to be doing the mixing. Okay, so we have our flour, make a well in the middle, like all of our other breads. Open the flour bag to make sure that we're that we're good. We tip our buttermilk into the bowl. Now you mix this really rapidly, yeah? Really, really fast. Okay. And basically the moment that it's mixed, it's taking a little while to mix. It is a little bit sticky. So I'm thinking we're going to need some more flour. Yeah. And that is perfectly okay. That's what we've got there. That's what we left it out for, right? We can't have it too wet because we do need to knead it. I have a feeling it's going to need a little bit more. Okay. We're definitely going to need more flour. Okay, so floured surface. Tip this sucker out. Always make sure that your hands are a little bit floured as well, yeah? So we don't get, so things don't stick to them, see? Empty bowl. It's definitely going to need a load more flour. Now this can't be too sticky, can't be too dry. It's the same kneading technique as before. This is really light, a really light dough, so it doesn't take very much for it to do its thing. Oh, there you go. See, not enough flour. It did say we did need extra flour, so don't forget that. All right. So let's just get it coming along really nicely. It's a shame I don't have one of those GoPro cameras so you guys can see exactly what I'm doing. That'd be really cool, actually, a GoPro, so I can share my point of view while I'm cooking. That'd be lots of fun. But that's the thing. Oh, I wouldn't know how it's going to turn out. Okay, so the rest of the dough and the rest of the flour. See, it's just a bit too dry. Now with this one, it didn't say anything in the recipe about what do you call it? It didn't say anything in the recipe about putting like eggs or milk on the top. And so I'm just not going to. I'm just not going to. So it's a little bit sticky, a little tiny bit sticky. It's not so sticky that it sticks to my hands, but it's tacky enough. I feel that it's tacky enough. Okay, so it says to shape. So we're going to just drop it, let it form itself, and turn it. Yeah. So we're dropping it, and letting it form itself. I am going to do the whole pull it up like my other buns, just so it gives the bun, just so it gives the bread a bit more, a bit of a better shape. Okay, so we're done. Now I'm going to put it into like a bread pan, a lined bread pan. Drop it in. It's okay if it doesn't form properly, if it doesn't keep its shape, as long as it's kind of round on the ends. Okay, press it down a little bit. Now, it's important that you cut it across the top because it needs space. It needs space to, hold on a second. As it grows, it's going to expand, and God, we don't want it ripping, yeah? So we're going to do a nice cut, like cutting across on a cake, across the top, deep enough, and basically that's it. Yeah, so I'm going to do bread cam. Oh, crap. Hold on, can't do bread cam just yet. Okay, you guys have a look at that. It's very cool. I like that. This is my favorite corner in my kitchen. So back to bread cam. And I'm going to put it on the lower shelf. And before I commit to that 100%, I'm going to grab a tea towel and grab this top tray out. Yeah. So we now have bread cam. Okay. Then we set our timer off for 30 minutes. Wacky do. And we're done. And I didn't do one for earlier. But so that's it. That's as simple as it is. I think I'll do a part 2 because I haven't worked out how to edit these videos properly and be able to splice them in together. But as soon as I do, I'll be making better videos, like a lot better videos. Okay, so I'm going to sign off. I hope you guys had a really good time watching me because I had a lot of fun doing this for you. Yeah, so that's what we did. I'm thinking that tomorrow, here we go. So tomorrow we'll do the Play-Doh for something fun. And it's just, yeah, really, really good. If you've got I don't know, kids up till 12, even I like watching, I like playing with Play-Doh. God, and I'm in my 40s, so fun for the whole family. Okay, not good to get into carpet though. Keep it off your carpet because it's going to have food dye in it. Alrighty, so I'm going to sign off now. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and recommend. If there is anything that you guys want to see, so any kind of basics that you guys want to see, like on the channel, so you guys can learn how to do it really simply, please let me know. If you guys have any questions, please post down below. If you guys want to make these but aren't 100% sure whether you're okay doing it by yourself, this is a little bit weird for me. I'm more than happy to FaceTime you. So if you guys want to email me, email me. I will put the email address below, and yeah, I'll be able to help you. I'll be able to FaceTime you and support you while you make your bread for your family. So yes, so this is, I don't know what other type, where this is bread number 3, bread type number 3. Yeah, this is lots of fun. So yeah, okay, I'm gonna go now. Okay, sexy Llama Mama signing off.